Neshoba, Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Otis, who is doing this. Where's your glasses?
Probably on my nightstand.
Whoops. Sometimes hard to read without your specs, but I'll loan you mine to wear my little read specs to where it'll help out some.
I've got them handy if I need it. I can see right here. You know, you walk out of the house, you're going, I'm forgetting something.
Yep, been there, done that.
And I got halfway here and I said, oh yeah, my glasses.
I was somewhere one night and I couldn't see to type out a headline. It was rough. It was dark and I was trying to hold the screen out.
So you didn't know if you spelled it right or not?
No, had no clue. A lot of times it looks like it's spelled right until you go back an hour later and you go, what's that about?
And you got spell check turned off on your phone.
Well, it doesn't really like spell check on my phone.
Oh.
It just goes haywire. It gets the jitters,
everything
so to speak. We are getting wet. How much rain did you get into on your way in?
You know, it wasn't hard rain, but got into some steady rain coming over.
I can tell you, because it's all on the east side of Lauderdale County now.
Well, that's good.
As we look at the West Lauderdale area, getting better. Only on the east side here around Oktibbe is it more raining heavy. But the worst we've got there is Toomsuba, and as you get down to Whynot, those areas stretching right in here toward Cuba, Alabama. Now, we want to remind you that this morning that we still have this flash flood warning going until 10 o'clock for Leak, Madison, Scott, Neshoba, and Newton counties. Now, that's a flood warning as we look at this. Another storm building back here north of Madison, making its way toward Carthage in the next little bit. You'll see it there cutting across Good Hope in about 20 minutes or so. But moving northeasterly in that Carthage area, if you're going to be up there, it's rough in those. Look at this. If you're traveling here on 35, 13, or 25, it's rough. And even on 16 in areas, we've got a lot of rain. Look at this over here in Neshoba County after you get past Doc's Toyota out by Pearl River.
Man, I tell you what, that is some strong rain. And a long band of strong rain.
Now, it's going to fade out. We'll get more rain beginning somewhere around 10 o'clock to lunch. It'll fade out again, and then just like poof, it'll come back around 2 o'clock this afternoon and probably rain 5:30, 6 o'clock. Everything is subject to change. Why? It's Mother Nature we're talking about. She can fool you. But
yes.
90% chance of rain today, Odie.
Yeah, that's up there, and they got it right this time. I think we're going to get rain today.
Yeah, they're guessing on it. They're saying that for another week.
Oh, we don't need another
Did you
week.
ever mow your grass? I'm just curious. Odie, you're going to have a bush hog.
Yeah, I had to crack my tractor up now and go. It's going to be tough.
We worried about you.
Yeah, I am too now.
That weed eater, after it gets a little out of hand, is hard to handle.
You know, them things make your back hurt.
That's what I hear.
A weed eater will whoop you.
It will. You have
That's
to have
what
a
you've been
strap,
told.
whole 9 yards. That's what I hear. Angie said it made her back hurt one day.
Did you rub it?
Of course not. I said, here's aspirin. You'll be okay in a little while.
You didn't want to spoil it or that, did you?
No, she'll come to expect it more
Next time,
often.
she should stand up straight. But I'm not going to tell her that.
Those weed eaters, and I'm telling you, it's rough out there. We salute you, Mr. Weed Eater operator, who does that for a living.
Yes.
It's a pretty...
We used to have a bunch of them out at Oktibbe that they would weed eat that entire dam.
They just quit mowing the grass. What do they do?
I don't know. I hadn't been out there.
I know. You know, I hadn't either.
I need to go out there.
And it looks a lot different where the slide and stuff used to be.
Yeah.
Well,
now it's gone.
It just don't look the same.
I enjoyed that slide.
Does it not even operate anymore?
No, it took it apart.
Why?
It's not there.
But why did we do that?
I don't know.
Because that was like
few years.
Used to have the little hotel things you could go stay at Oktibbe.
Yeah. I think they just didn't have anybody to operate it.
Huh. That's different. But that used to be such a beautiful area, and it was kind of grown up-ish the last time I went by there.
We had another one not too far that was a nice one, but boy, was it crowded. And I'd take Braylon to this one. He had more fun over here. It wasn't that crowded. Slides were fun.
Mud hole? What are you talking about?
No, I'm in the one at Okeechobee.
Yeah, it was fun.
Had a blast. I hate that it's no longer there. I don't know if it got down to where the repairs were going to cost too much, but it was a wonderful place for a water park.
Yeah, so it's gone to the by and by at this point.
Yeah.
So, thought we'd update you on that. I don't know. Let me show y'all this. I was updating Odie on this. This is from Daily Mail, and you'll see these pictures anywhere you want. We have chaos on American soil, and this deals with illegal aliens and ICE agents doing their job in California as authorities, and I mean elected officials, are protecting those who are in our country and don't. We had police officers that were trapped underneath a bridge, and I don't know where I was watching the pictures. How you pull up to a bridge?
Yeah.
It was blocked, and they couldn't move, and people on top of the bridge were throwing boulders at the police trapped in their cars. And then you have a governor and also a former presidential vice president who was saying that Trump needed to keep troops out of California. I don't agree with that. But here's just a snapshot of this. Y'all look at this. This is America.
This is what we call national security. California, if you can't straighten your state up.
Here it is right here. Look at this. Now, this is the police here.
So here, I got a problem with that right there.
See that?
There is nothing under that bridge that can make me stop.
I agree with that. As you'll see, I don't know what that exactly is that he's throwing, but
a Molotov cocktail,
something like that. But he's throwing that on police below, and
no.
Normally, I don't think police here would accept that.
No, I've got something on my side and something at my right foot.
See that?
That could take care of that. There is no way that an officer should have to take that.
But this is happening in America, and again, we've got 2,000 National Guard troops called up, and what everybody is saying is that that's not enough. We're going to have to call in active duty, not just our.
Well, that's an attack on our soil.
I believe so.
That right there is a war, and it's brought on by another country. There's one way we can take care of this.
Look at this building. That is destroying private property.
No,
that's government
building. That's part of ours right there.
Now, but they have destroyed a lot of
and private too.
Private as well. But this is just uncalled for. Look at this car. You and I sat and watched. I showed you a Jeep a while ago that they stopped in the road, and they poured gas all over it and then lit it on fire. This could be taken care of like that, and I think it's time. We don't.
Or here's another one. Right, this is a little dramatic, but here's you another one. We build a fence around California and say, "There you go."
Well, I
you
told
wanted to use something, you got it.
I listened to him in an interview talking about that. He said that California paid more taxes and that they could just step away from the United States. Well, so be it.
Oh, well, go ahead. You build the fence in.
If you believe in that way, going out to California, y'all be your own place. And it's just sad that this can happen. We do hope that it is straightened out and justice prevails on this. It did look like an ambush, Tony. You're absolutely right on that.
Yeah. Water for a fire. Now, I'm telling you, those water hoses will knock some of them off that bridge.
Water hoses will clean, but I don't think that's done anymore.
I think something a little smaller that goes a lot faster than water should be our prevailing instrument.
Now, Tom Holman, who is our border czar, says that if Newsom crosses the line, that he will have him arrested, whether he's a governor or not.
Well, now, he's already defending these illegal aliens, isn't he? That's national security in itself.
And shockingly, the mayor and it is turning to the left quickly, Nashville, is trying to protect illegal aliens as well. So we have some. Did you hear that?
I did. We had some little boom boom going on.
Yeah, and there wasn't our speakers either.
No.
That's some boom boom by the good Lord above.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you were busy, and I was late to the party on this because I was busy this weekend and didn't realize all of that had broken out in California and caused all this big threat. So that's what's going on across America this morning to get you updated of what's happening in the western side.
The bad thing about California is if you really look, your huge cities, Los Angeles and all that, they're the ones, San Francisco, they're the ones with the issue. These outlying communities are full of conservatives.
Well, you take Colorado.
But they're outnumbered.
Colorado tried to break away and give the rest of it to somewhere else, a conservative.
Yeah.
But it's the rural route, and the large cities have more people and control everything. It's not right.
That's it. And it's hurting. So, hey, y'all come over. Mississippi's growing. If y'all want to come to Mississippi, we're talking to conservatives. Come over here. We're not going purple. You're not going to do us what y'all doing over there to Texas.
Oh, have mercy.
We're tired of stuff going on over here. We're going to move to Texas. Then you get to Texas and go, well, we're going to bring our thoughts with us. Well, and that was the problem. You left.
Exactly.
Don't bring that over here. We'll take conservatives.
They miss
over
the
this
point
way.
there sometimes.
Yeah.
We'll be right back as we get this day underway. Make sure to get your birthday to us. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in the Meridian area. We're going to tell you all about it. Hey, did you hear about the robbery we had? Now, this is how bad because
Here?
Yes, of a person. Now, I was standing in a convenience store the other day, and I had no idea what a pack of smokes costs these days. But the name brand Odie is going to $12 to $15 for a pack of smokes. And this weekend, and I'll have to look it back up, I've got the exact address, but somewhere near 29th Avenue, a man was mugged or robbed this weekend of his smokes. That's how bad it's gotten. They're so expensive.
$12 a
Hand over your cigarettes is what they said.
I remember I said, when they get to $3 a pack, I'm going to quit.
Yeah? Did you?
I remember, no, it took me to like $4. And that's been, let's see, Braylon's 15. So that's been a little over 15 years ago that I've quit.
I quit some 12 to 15 years ago, and I'm not going to lie, I was hooked. I liked them. But I did quit.
Now, I'm not saying that I wouldn't like to get a hold of a cigarette, a Marlboro Red, a Cowboy Killer, and just sit back. But, I'm glad I quit.
But a man has got to know his limitations, because I'm one of those. It's like banana pudding. If I were to take a bite, I want another bite.
Well, I ain't gonna stop no banana pudding.
See, and that's the way I would be on something like that. So
yeah, and that's why I won't.
So I don't smoke nor do I drink because it could become habit forming. So I just stay away from all of it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit my cigarette again.
Ooh boy,
but
man,
that's good while it lasted.
That's high, y'all.
What Greg's daddy used to say, told him, said, "Whoa, cigarettes got up to $5." Said they're finally getting to what they're worth.
But there's a lot of things.
Oh, man.
We had a car strike a rail out on I-20 overnight. Lost control, bumped into a rail.
I heard
mile
about
marker 167 westbound, I believe.
Somewhere around in there.
So no major injuries.
I pay $11.88 for 2 packs of Marlboro Black. Don't know where 12 a pack comes from unless you're in Illinois.
I saw a receipt not long ago. Somebody sent me a copy, and it was local.
Man.
It was $11.90-something for a pack, one pack.
Now, I remember when I was in the Navy, I was getting them on the ship once we got into international water. Marlboro Red cost, I think it was $6 a carton. You could get the generic cigarettes for $1 a carton.
Yeah, things have changed.
Yeah, that's not like that no more.
But regardless of that, somebody getting held up for their smokes is the point I was trying to make. Whoa!
Might even be a whole pack.
My, oh my, oh my. We'll be right back.
Celebrating our 7-year anniversary, Al's Garden and Gift is excited to bring you the beautiful colors of spring to your home. So many bedding and vegetable plants, hanging baskets, roses, and other plants that will bring on the colors of spring. It's the perfect time to spend in the yard. Spruce up lawn and flower beds with fresh sod, mulch soils, and pine straw. Then brighten your day with unique gifts in the shop. Spring is here at Al's Garden and Gift. Bloom with happiness.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a Z71 2500 HD? Or maybe you're looking for the Ford F-150 with lots of leg room in it. Plenty of SUVs like the Explorer for the family. Or if you're looking for a gas saver to go back and forth to work, come by and see the mini cars like this Nissan.
The low profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. We had a car chase yesterday. Right here in the streets of Meridian. This would start over near Northcrest Baptist Church. If you're standing in front of Northcrest, due south as you get down to the stop sign, 35th.
Like 35th, yeah.
Yep. And
then 45th Street.
Mm-hmm. It would go on 36 till it reached Poplar Springs Drive.
Oh.
And then it was. Did somebody see a car?
Oh, they was gone?
Matter of fact, we got some beautiful beam footage of that car chase as it was happening across the streets of Meridian. Here we go. Now, I want y'all to look. It's very fast as it comes across your screen.
All right, focus.
Focus. It's going to come right through here. And then a few minutes later, you're going to hear some blue lights. And
there went one.
And there they go. Odie, it would... he was gone in 60 seconds, so to speak.
Yeah.
No one was hurt. They eventually called off the chase after they couldn't see the taillights anymore.
So they didn't get the car.
Now, he got away. And if you were in the area, saw something, call police if you have any information as to where they went, because it's dangerous, truthfully, bottom line. But that did happen yesterday.
A tag number.
We had someone stabbed in the city limits of Meridian over the weekend also. A female was taken to a local hospital for care. She was stabbed. That's really all the information that we have on this at this point. And I believe it goes down to not wanting to say a whole lot once you arrive on scene. And we'll leave it at that. I can't add any more. I'm not an investigator. We just know someone was hurt. Little information given on this, and leave it at that. They were, last I know, they were taken for medical treatment, and we don't know much past that. So we hope all is well.
Well, we pray for a recovery.
Yes, sir. We sure do, because that's a tough one. And two people across the South, one of them being in Mississippi, Odie, and we talk about this all too much of trees. Now, we've got several people that cut trees, Reed Tree Service. If you've got trees above your home, be prepared for the next storm that comes through. Now, this just happened to be somebody. Do you call it just your time?
You know, it's one of those that wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
I feel for it.
We had somebody in Georgia that a tree fell on the car, and then also in the state of Mississippi, in northern Mississippi, fell on it, and they were pronounced deceased. That is bad. And
terrible.
That is one of the reasons to why when the storms are blowing, it's best to stay put and not drive and look.
And not try and get out and about, because even though the main storm is through and has blown by and you've got emergency services out, you still don't want to just get out and go look around, because there's still wind, there's still danger of trees falling, and that's when other people get hurt. So we don't. We stay inside until it's given as an all clear.
Yeah, to say the least. Yeah, I thought we'd, because this.
That's cool.
Everywhere that we've seen the last few weeks, no matter what police department, when they had their profile picture, it'd be a zebra in front of it.
Yeah.
In Tennessee, and the zebra has been found. There he is being airlifted.
You imagine him going, Well, now I can see all kind of stuff from up here.
He was just making his round through the neighborhoods. He was on the lam, so to speak, there for about a week. And he was recovered, and he's going back to his sanctuary.
Oh, man. I bet they gave him a Valium to make that flight.
Can you imagine being the one that had to put that on him?
No, And then you had to pick him up?
Yeah. I guess this is after, this was before he escaped. Here's a picture of him there. He was living a good life in that tall grass.
Yeah. I guess he was trying to tell y'all that he wants some upkeep done on his cage.
Now, I don't know this. I know nothing about zebras. I only know that you normally see them. If you're going on a safari, you'll see one go by. But they look like a horse. But I have never, ever seen anybody never in my life have I seen a picture of somebody riding a zebra with a saddle. Is there a reason?
You know, I hear that they're pretty ornery, but I'm sure they could be broke. And somebody had brought that up last week, break a zebra and ride it.
You just don't see those out of the bucking chutes there at the World Finals in Las Vegas.
They're not in the rodeo.
But I'm being honest when I tell you I don't know a lot about the zebra.
Festus had a mule.
Yeah.
We didn't see anybody else come driving up on a zebra.
No, that never happened there. So, maybe one day get some more information on that. Also in Tennessee, that plane crash that had 20 people on a parachute plane.
Wow.
Crashed, 20 people on board. I think maybe one person was in critical condition there. But as we've talked about since January, you hear about these plane crashes nowadays.
That's tough. And we had parachute team here Friday night for the state games.
And we've got video of that we'll show in a little while.
That was pretty cool.
I've never parachuted. I don't know if you've done that in the Navy.
I hadn't.
Did you jump off the back of a boat and into the...
No, I haven't jumped in the water.
What about parasailing? You ever done that?
I have.
Does it really control? Because I've seen people floating through the air where they pull and it makes it go somewhere.
Well, now, parachute, you can steer.
Is that how they land exactly where they want?
Yeah, they can steer. They can go down. They can try and get it to go up. They can go left. They can go right. You can steer that.
I just have that bad feeling I'd hit a building.
But,
Miss my mark.
If the wind's there, now he come down rather hard.
I saw it, man. He was moving.
He might want to slow down a little bit. But now, parasail, you don't have control.
Okay.
You just got a rope.
And $100. How much that charge? It's $100 and something to be parasail now.
Yeah, let's see. I think I paid like $80, I think, for me and Amy.
Okay.
And then John paid $80 for him and Ann. They thought, so Ann wanted to do it. John was like,
I'm with John.
And
would want to do
Ann
it.
said, well, ask Cody. And John said, well, if I ask Cody, as cheap as he is, he's going to say no, and I'll be out of it. So he said something about, hey, let's go parasailing. And I said, hey, that'll work. Let's get up. John said, ruh-roh, that just cost me $80. So we went and bought tickets.
Are you as cheap as Don Nestor? I'm trying to do a judge here of who's cheaper.
Well, now,
who's cheaper?
I have been called fairly cheap.
I've heard it put other ways.
But now I'd have gotten upset if I had to pay $250 for a tow on a brand new truck because I got my floor mat stuck. I'd have been mad about that.
Was that Don?
Yeah.
We're going to have to find out more about that one there.
Well, so his truck wouldn't crank.
Yeah.
And it was brand new. So he got it towed to the shop, and they said, well, Mr. Nestor said your floor mat's pushing down on your gas pedal, and it won't crank with that happening. So they moved it back and cranked the truck.
Ooh, I bet he was upset.
I'd have been mad. Well, that's what Greg says, Don.
Joe says thrifty, and so does Bob. Thrifty.
Yes.
So we'll call him Thrifty Odie.
Thrifty. Now, my wife, on the other hand,
not so thrifty?
She's not as thrifty as I am.
We'll be right back. Garrett Outfitters on 8th Street is getting you ready for summertime. A large selection of cool hobo shirts. Maybe it's short sleeves. Maybe you need a pair of shorts. If you're going to be cutting grass or maybe riding a tractor this summer, you're going to need a straw hat to keep cool. And as you head to that favorite fishing hole, don't forget you'll need a pocket knife along with a great rod and reel. And if you earn your living in the woods, don't forget to check out their big selection of snake boots, Carhartt pants, and shirts for any occasion. It's Garrett Outfitters, 3505 8th Street, Meridian.
Hi, this is Nick at Doc's Toyota, and we are excited to put you in a new Toyota today. We have no dealer markup, no hidden fees, no hassle, and our inventory is always priced to move. Our top-notch sales department and first-class service after the sale guarantees you a fast and comfortable buying experience like you've never had. So come see why month after month, more and more customers have chose to buy from Doc's Toyota. So come see us here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia at docstoyota.com or on Facebook. And remember, there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with, it'll be July the 4th before we know it.
Man.
Usually we have a big celebration out at Bonita here in Meridian. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of celebrations throughout the area. We look forward to all of that stuff there.
We might have, I think so. Let me put these spectacles on. Looks like 168 eastbound, we've got an accident on the interstate. So if you're leaving Meridian going to Alabama, around the 168 is where that wreck last night happened. Looks like an accident with injuries. We don't know what kind of vehicles are involved, but we pray everything's good there. We'll find out. We'll get somebody to send us information if the road's blocked or not. So if you're out that way, you got to head towards Alabama today. You might want to stick on 80 and go around there.
I just got a text about the zebra thing. It says they can be broken, but the reason they're not is they're sort of hostile and unpredictable after that, to where a horse, after you train it, it listens, and zebras still tend to probably every time you go to get on it, try to buck you.
Well, why don't they put them in the chutes at the rodeo when you try and ride a zebra?
I'm going to hush. I almost made a comparison.
That way. Be worth a shot.
There you go. Already coming up on 7:30, believe it or not.
Golly.
Sad news is we go to Clarke County. Now, no details have really been given other than there's been a death as we get this official statement from Clarke County, and we'll read you what it says. This morning, a female inmate at our facility was found unresponsive in what appears to be an apparent suicide. Facility staff responded immediately for all appropriate emergency procedures were followed. MBI has been called and is now handling the investigation, as this is an active investigation, limited into the details that they can share at this time. Out of respect, they have not released the name of the inmate. We do know that it's a female, and that's really all we know at this point from Clarke County. As we get that information, we will be releasing that to you so you can be updated as to what's happening in our communities there.
Prayers for the family. I'm sure that's starting to get around the family.
Oh, yeah.
So prayers for y'all. Good morning, Vanessa. Good to have you with us this morning. Got a bunch of them. Yes. High water on Highway 16 west of Carthage. And got the highway shut down right now.
Ooh, that is.
So no wreck, Austin. Just a lot of water over the road. Got it shut down for safety, huh?
That's correct.
All right, good deal. Man, that's tough.
I was headed to a wreck yesterday on Interstate I-20, and as I rounded the corner at Palmer Flats, I couldn't help but notice the deputies, Tim Keller, and a whole bunch of other people standing in the road. And I thought, what y'all doing?
Hey.
Then I looked out in the kudzu and thought, oh,
kudzu fishing.
Let's go to this beam footage. We're going to rank that as about a 04 Tahoe.
There you go.
Let's go out to Mitchell Mitchell Towing, and just see how it's really done, Odie. And there she is. So that's what was going on Pine Springs Road yesterday.
Glad nobody was hurt in that.
It was reported earlier that a car was swerving in and out of lanes of travel, and then we find kudzu mess up. So that
did it match the vehicle that was swerving in and out?
Yes, it was. It did. I have not heard any charges being listed at this point, but I'm sure we'll get into that sometime today. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find some of these that went on this weekend. A deputy saw a car swerving, pull someone over. It was a traffic violation. They pulled him over, and as the investigation began, they had to call some backup to come because they would find a firearm that had a switch on it.
Oh.
And with that being charged, you get a conversion kit device, and that it has some serious charges there. Christian Jones was taken into custody with a $72,250 bond.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't get caught with that little conversion kit.
Those are not good there.
No.
We had a short pursuit. This also kind of in the same area as the one that got away last night. This would be right there by North Crest. It would be going down North Hills, and they would floorboard it and then be pulled over and stopped at 36th Street and 41st Avenue, right down from there. As we go here, take a look at this. This will get you a DUI, fleeing. That fleeing is not good. Expired driver's license, driving without headlights. It's just, as you see, there are a number of charges that were listed on this. Jamarco Smith was charged with all of these. The blue lights come on, just pull over. Because that fine for fleeing is pretty hefty, isn't it?
That pulls a little bit of weight. And like that earlier story, somebody got away. That's not going to happen every time. You could end up causing a wreck, hurting somebody, more charges. It's just easier. Pull over.
It is.
And then go about your way. What happens, happens. But at least you won't have a longer list.
No, I did. There was one accident that I couldn't get to because I was putting brakes on, and then I got brakes that told me my truck wouldn't go over 40. How did I know that you had that these fancy new things after you do your brakes, it sets off a code and then it wouldn't let my truck go over 40? It said, no, we ain't doing it.
You kidding?
So I had to call in a computer to reset it. Who would have thought to put brakes on you'd have to have a computer?
Well, they are making you take these things to a shop no matter what. No more shade tree mechanic.
And the truth be told,
tough.
I had to call the Hayhire delegation to come help me. In all honesty, I got a air compressor, I have a impact wrench, and I got out there and I tried to take the lug nuts off to start this, and it wouldn't budge. And it wouldn't do it. So I thought, well, I'll get out the tire tool to come with it. So I put it on there, and then I got my
cheetah bar,
and it took the
it bent your wrench,
and it done that to the pry bar that was on it. So I called Greg. I said, Greg, do you know anybody that I could borrow that has a high performance impact wrench? And he goes, well, Odie got me one off Temu for $20, and he goes, I think it'll work. And I thought, there ain't no way. And it worked.
I'm telling you, y'all shop with me on Temu.
He come. I thought, no. And sure enough, I'm talking about.
I think the two of y'all were together. He wanted one of those battery jump boxes.
Yeah.
And so I got him one, paid $20 for it, and said, here. And he said, you can't jump nothing off with this. And I said, don't knock it till you try it. And I think he was at the truck stop, and somebody said, man, you wouldn't happen to have jumper cables. And he goes, I got a jump box. I doubt it's going to work, but we'll try it. And that little old box jumped off that 18-wheeler. And I told him, I said, don't worry about me and what I buy you.
Odie had his deals. He jumped off a bulldozer with that this week,
And
too.
jumped off a bulldozer with it.
So those
little Christmas gifts I get him, he thinks I'm being cheap, but I'm not.
But yeah, all sincerity, if we've got, especially now, if you're a guy and you do a lot of stuff off in the woods by yourself, you need one. But also, ladies,
Yeah.
if you do a lot of traveling by yourself here and there, these things, it's like you don't have to ask anybody to jump your car off.
No,
it's about this big, and you plug it in, and you can jump your car off.
Yes.
It's simple, and you're okay. It's
Yes.
anywhere from $100. Now he gets the cheaper kind.
But they work. I mean, they'll charge you cell phones. They'll do anything.
I think I paid $110 for mine, and it's supposed to be a really, really, really.
Yeah.
But as Odie, there's one for every budget. But it sure is handy to have if you don't have one to put in your trunk to keep with you. It's kind of like the thing of airing up your tire.
Yeah, that little. Yep. It works.
Steve, we all hear that you've got some stuff. I don't think you need anything from Odie. We know about you.
You don't need no more. But Timu got it.
We'll be right back. Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie as we look back at the weather forecast this morning, as we see that tons of rain out to our west there is making its way toward Union, Mississippi.
We just felt that one.
I think it lifted my legs up out of the chair.
That was a good little hit. Wasn't too far from here.
No, as we look at this, here's Union. Y'all be ready. It's raining there, but heavier rain making its way towards you in the next few moments as we pull this up. Lots of rain there around Sebastopol at the post office, and also out here at Conahatta. Look at that rain there. Now, as we get around Newton, not so bad. Light showers there all the way into Meridian. And we have a shower or two happening in the West Lauderdale area, as we've got some out here by the tractor place as well. But rain moving across that south end of Oktibbe right now.
Yeah. Look, it's raining on top of my house right now.
The young'uns are getting wet trying to get into Northeast High School right now.
Ooh.
Look at that rain coming down there.
Man.
Old Aiken Airfield, look
Yeah.
at that. Pouring there on Highway 45 as well. To the south, Clarke County, y'all look great. Not much going on there.
Nice and clear right now.
And we have a storm that's making its way toward the Morton area as well there.
Cracker. Come see us.
Odie, I have never heard of this town. Cracker Station.
Well, I ain't neither.
There it is right there. That's where Cracker Station.
Station, Mississippi.
That's on Highway 13. I have never heard of that.
Well, I'll be darned.
That's near
Cracker Station Road. Oh,
Cracker
man,
Station. We salute you.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Vanessa, you got a point. Them kids over at Northeast ain't getting out, do they? They can't. School's over.
Oh yeah.
School's out.
It is June,
for
isn't it?
summer, unless you went to summer school.
Yeah, boy. Well, yeah, that's how time flies.
Yeah.
I totally forgot school is out. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah,
Sorry
Karen,
about that.
I did order my jump box off of Amazon. So get on there and you can find there's all kind of jump box. You can get them off of Temu, but that one I did get off Amazon.
And the thing about those jump boxes that we suggested that because you do get into situations, sometimes you have to ask for help, and sometimes you feel a little uncomfortable with who you're approaching of, hey, jump me off. You're by yourself there.
Now, this isn't, the big box that we had come out not too long ago. Probably 10 years. You had that huge box.
Yeah.
Now, this is
small.
Small. It's smaller
fit in
than
a bag.
cigar box. Yeah.
Fit in a little
put it
bag.
in your glove compartment.
You'll like that.
Yeah.
So it's a handy thing to have, a must, especially if you travel along. Like if you're bush hogging and you're 4 miles back in the middle of nowhere.
You better have one.
Yeah, because I've had to walk before. I've left the key on a truck, didn't realize it, been in there for 5 hours, come out, and it's too bad, so sad.
Rut row.
That's
not
correct.
Good.
We had an accident out at the airport yesterday. As we go here to take a look at this, and let's pull this up, Odie. As you can see, we had an 18-wheeler flee the scene. This truck was bumped by an 18-wheeler and off into the grass it went, causing damage, as you see there.
Oh, that's a car hauler.
Yeah, had motorcycles in the back.
Oh, motorcycle hauler.
Yep, and they had a bunch of them.
Karen, if you want one, you don't have to order. I haven't tried one, but the name tells me all because we've all seen the flashlights. Go down to Al's Garden and Gifts. Nebo sells those little too. And
if it's Nebo,
we sent you. Yeah. If that thing will light a flashlight up like this, I'm sure it'll jump a battery.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One of the best flashlights you'll ever get. Just ask Al; he will hook you up on that.
Yeah. So go by and see Al. Tell him we sent you.
Let's see here what all is going on around and about in the areas there. Buc-ee's
right here in Mississippi.
It opens today, if I'm not mistaken. They had like a soft opening for emergency personnel yesterday, but to the public it is open today.
10 a.m. we'll open the door, and boy, I tell you, that's something else.
I'm just glad I'm not the one who has to schedule employees. How many people does it take?
All of them?
That's the biggest joint I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And let me ask this, because it's been quite a while since I've been at one. Is everything on those operated off of credit card when it comes to gas, to where the person doesn't sit there for an hour trying to go in and pay?
Every one of them. And I don't know how this one is, but I mean, they don't. You don't pull up in there. It's not a truck stop. I think you can bring your RV, stuff like that. But it's not a truck stop.
No, I was talking about the guy that's going to buy $2 worth of gas and goes in to pay, and they stay an hour and you're behind them. Now, they have, what is it?
Yeah.
In general, 100 gas pumps?
I know the one there in Alabama, they're on 10. I'd say 100. I mean, at least easy.
It's a heap.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to look at this one and see. I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to how big it is. Going to be interesting to see, that's for sure. So it's just good to have one there. Now, if we can get some Roush's to come up here.
Get some what?
Roush's.
What is that?
That's a grocery store.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
That's kind of like somebody saying the IGA and somebody else come to town going, it's the IGA store.
It's the IGA.
And we don't have those anymore.
No, it had the little bitty short shopping carts.
Yeah, it's all over.
Yeah.
Do you remember the song, The Purple People Eater?
One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
1958, It was #1 today, Odie. That has been
#1.
Sheb Woolley, who this guy would go on to be in the Outlaw, Josie Wells. He would also be in Rawhide, the series. He was an actor as well as being a singer. One-eyed purple people eater.
All right, we're getting a report. It's 120 gas pumps with 30 electrical charge stations.
What they going to do with those electrical charge stations?
Well, there's some of them folks out there that want to travel cross country in an electric mobile.
Well.
And now these aren't your typical, you
fast
pull up
charging.
to the house and it take you 8 hours to charge a car. I think these right here do it maybe an hour or something like that, quick charge. Yeah, so, but then, I mean, now you got to go in, get something to eat, go to the bathroom, take a shower, do your nails, maybe get your hair done, and then come out and maybe your car's full.
Okay. I like gas where you can get it and leave.
You just pump it and go.
Yeah, that's me.
Don't even have to go in the store.
Again, we don't know what the future holds. 50 years from now, after you and I are long gone, the cars may fly and it work off something else. But for now,
gasoline is going back. Now, I'm not saying that I wouldn't ever have one to go around town.
well,
I'm
golf
not going
carts
to go
in.
across country or nothing.
yeah.
Well, Michael J. Fox can tell us about the flying cars and going into the future.
Can you believe it's his birthday today?
Wow.
And bless his heart, he's been having a rough time.
He is going through it, man. Also shared his birthday with a pirate.
Does he not seem drunk his entire... Is it just his nature?
I mean, I think
even when he's out of character from...
No, he really does when he's in... what's his character's name?
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
The first time I saw him, and you know how you're not paying attention, I just caught it out of the corner of my eye, I thought, he's a little sissy. And then I realized he was just drunk, and he couldn't walk straight.
You know, he played Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, that was a horrible movie.
He could do your designs on your bushes, though.
As bad as that Gilbert Grapefruit show he was in also.
See that
was bad, too. I am not a huge Johnny Depp. You know, it's not like watching Clint Eastwood or something like that. It just doesn't grab me as quick there. I like, Bruce Willis and those kind of movies.
And I liked him in his pirate movie.
Yeah, the pirate movies were good.
Those were good. All right, Caroline says 20 minutes, their tank's full with their batteries topped off. Huh. Okay. Well, that ain't bad, if you don't mind me asking. If you got I would say a half a tank or a half a battery, what does that run to charge up? If you don't mind.
You mean as in what it costs you to fill up?
What it would cost for them to get, I don't know,
charge?
Half their battery charge or something like that. I'm just curious. If you don't want to tell me, I'm good with that. I don't blame you.
And it makes you wonder if it's like a cell phone. You know, they used to be to where if you charged them before they went full down, that it would make the battery not last as long.
Yeah,
I think they've fixed that on now, hadn't they?
A lot of them with your smarter batteries. Now, if you go out here to the old mall or the mall, whatever it is, Bonita Mall.
Yeah.
You know, they've got some Tesla charging stations.
Didn't know that.
Probably 4 or 5 of them. Now, at the time when Tesla started coming out, if you bought a car, it came with free charging. Now you've got to pay for its charging. $14-ish, and that's for a whole tank or so.
Yeah, that is cheap.
$14, that is cheap. Huh. I have to make sure I've got enough of them on my run.
Do you remember 1980 when this happened?
I do.
Richard Pryor, one of the funniest guys there ever was, got caught on fire about this time. He was that guy that went to that treatment center down in Alabama there. He was freebasing and got caught on fire. But
it worked for him. He said, I'm not doing this no more. Let me tell you what happened to me. And he made a point to share that.
What town was that in? That guy that, what part of Freeport, something in Alabama. I do not freebase cocaine.
Yeah, unless
I'm sitting at a red light.
I'm sitting at a red light
in a car.
But other than that, I do not.
I do not.
Cocaine.
Sally.
I do not.
That was funny. Funny. And if you don't know what we're talking about, just Google on YouTube freebase. And that guy and it was somewhere down in Alabama that he went to go get detoxed. And it's the funniest thing I think I have ever listened to in my life.
It is pretty good.
I'd forgotten about this different looking woman because she is very different looking. Time after time. Y'all remember Cyndi Lauper? Is that her name? Lauper?
Cyndi Lauper?
Yep. Not exactly what you would want to bring home to Mama.
Yeah, I'm not bringing that home to Mama.
She said, that truck stop girl was a lot cuter. You need to go back and get her. She was different, and she dressed differently. I don't know the way she done that all the time or not. Just a gentleman among gentlemen. We talk about him a lot because, well, he is the king.
Yeah.
1990. That's been 35 years ago, y'all. It's a love without end. Amen.
Man,
I
that was a
cannot
good one.
believe that that's been that long ago since he come out with that.
Yeah.
This was a sad day for Peg.
Poor Peg. Her bonbons.
It
No
ended
more
today.
Bonbons.
The final episode of Married with Children. Al,
That was
the lonely shoe salesman.
shoe salesman. Yeah. All right, y'all come help me get my car push started.
At Dodge. It got pushed everywhere.
Oh man.
Is there
yeah.
such thing as a shoe salesman anymore, or do they sell themselves now?
I think they pretty much will sell themselves. But yeah, used to you'd go in, they'd get that little metal thing, and they'd measure your feet, and then go pull some from the shelf, in the back, and show you 3 or 4.
That had to be rough.
Oh yeah, because they so. Here, you tell me what size you want.
Let us know. We go back to this has been 8 years ago already.
Yeah.
Adam West passed away. Batman.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
You have that head stuck in your head for the rest of the day. But
Yep.
back in 2017, he passed away on this date. I did not know that either. Good morning there, Marjorie. Glad to see you joining us. AI or in the shoe salesman. that could be there.
Bob
Yes,
said,
and
"Yep,
shoes.
they'd fit." Well, they would fit.
Redstone Arsenal there in Alabama. Thank you, Don. I could not think
That's
of
it,
that.
y'all. As I will not freebase cocaine ever again for under no reasons at all except.
Now I'm going to have to go back and listen to that today.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome to Kia Meridian.
We're a family-owned business that's been serving the community for 25 years.
If you're looking for a new Kia, we have them. And if we don't, we'll find it.
No stress, no hassle, just the best deals. And right now we can get rates as low as 0%.
Shop local, get the car you want. And be a part of the Kia Meridian family.
Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Grass cutting season is here, and if you need a new lawnmower, drop in and visit our friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have the size yard you have. Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Visit our friends at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494. Welcome back. Are we getting new information here?
Yeah, Ricky Roberts is a shoe salesman.
In the old, I did not know this.
Could he have been the original Al? All right, get your shoe and get out. Oh man, good morning from Deloach Forest, Mississippi.
How you doing there? Appreciate you joining us, Dale. We appreciate that a whole bunch there.
Yeah.
We had some good news, and I asked Odie before we talked about this. I said, does this remind you of your mom that time? And it sort of does.
Yeah, didn't take much. They got confused, and next thing we know, next thing y'all know, I was out of the country, and y'all chasing my mama all over 2 states trying to find out where she's at. Great outcome. Everything was good, and same here.
A Georgia man got lost, probably dementia, was found in Jones County. A police officer pulled him over because they were driving just a little bit, and turns out he was a missing person that family members were looking for. Everything was safe. Family came and got them. And this can happen to any family. And let me remind you, these things happen if you're blessed enough to get older. What's that old saying of getting old ain't for the weak?
Ain't for the wussies.
Yes.
It's
tough.
And here, when you go sit down and talk to your parents and all, Mama was dead set on she's not going anywhere. You're not taking the vehicle. We got lucky. She lost her keys. And we took her wherever she needed to go. And when we finally got her over to Brookdale, she said, "Can I go shop for apartments?" And I said, "Well, you can go look at the one I got you." And she was like, okay. So we showed up over there and got stuff moved in. And I tell you, Mama couldn't be happier. She sat at home by herself and didn't do anything. And now she's got people there that she talks to. She's got friends that were there. She's made friends. They do activities. She's actually having a wonderful time. And she tells me now, "Thank you. But boy, it was not real easy at the time. So if you're going through it, call me. I'll try and help you and talk with you, because it's not an easy deal.
Oh, no.
For both of you, for you or them. But definitely something that's tough. And one day we're gonna be there.
If we can make it that long.
I just hope Braylon treats me right.
You got you an anniversary.
Yeah, it's a big one there.
They got married long before time.
Ooh. Yeah, we was.
Speaking of that, Odie, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the end of an era. We go to Demopolis, Alabama. The Demopolis Times is calling it quits after 120 years of producing a newspaper. It is all over now but the crying. Times have changed, and the newspapers of America are no longer what they were. And as technology changes, so do the way that people get their news. We hate to say that, but the truth is the truth, and it is shutting its doors after that long.
And I guess it is something that we were used to, but there really is nothing, and I hadn't been able to do this in years. To go outside, get your morning paper, come inside, sit down, cup of coffee, and thumb through the newspaper. I enjoyed doing that.
Well, apparently you're not reading my report and scrolling, sipping your coffee. That's how you do it now.
Well, exactly. But I kind of missed it. Well, now I don't get to, because I got to come and be on it.
But that's how you get your news instead of going outside, is at your fingertips in your hand at all times, and that has changed America. Mm-hmm. And that's just the way it is. And
now that newspaper was only going around this area, but now we're still in. You can see this show in every state in the United States. And what is it up to now? 43, 44 different countries watch us.
We get out and about.
It's crazy.
So that's the way it goes. But America has changed the way it gets its headlines. We had some puppies found, Odie, and I want to. This is what's out there. If you happen to know these two little pups, they were found on Pippins Road and Bonita Drive. And they just looking for a great place.
They just want somebody to.
That little fella there, that just steal your heart there.
Yes, it does. Oh.
You can make a comment on there. The people that posted that will see that. And if you'd like to help out with those, do so. It'd be a good thing there. All right, we're going to be right back with your birthdays and anniversaries and all that good stuff.
Spring is here. It's time to get your lawn looking its best with Kubota mowers. Parish Tractor's Kubota Z232 KW42 is the perfect mower for a pristine lawn. And now, you can own one with payments as low as $95 a month. Visit Parish Tractor today and take advantage of this amazing offer. 2.99% APR financing now through 6/30/25. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
More than a tractor store.
J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. They carry the Nixon tire with free roadside hazard service, along with high-tread used tires. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. We went out to have spaghetti Friday.
Ooh, it was good.
It truly, that was some good stuff.
It was good.
As we go, here was a bunch of folks that came out for this big event there as they helped out. And it went, all the proceeds went to help out the Russell
Fire and Rescue. And
that sauce was good.
They did a good job. Look at old Chief. Boy, he was really enjoying it.
A lot of stirring and a lot of cooking going on. It was good, is all we can tell you.
Yeah, you missed out on that.
My plate was...
It was a helping. It was $10, and it was well worth $15 a plate.
The camaraderie, I truly enjoyed that as well. There was a lot of people out there. I came upon and I just want to say this little fellow there, I come upon a wreck Friday afternoon. I think it was Friday. It could have been Saturday, but no, it was Friday. And he was in the van with his parents, and they were going to a ball game, and they were involved in an accident and got to go play anyway for the Decatur Hawks that afternoon. River was all about it there. All was okay.
Ready to go play.
The car didn't look so good, but they were all fine.
Good deal.
Just wanted to say good morning there to him. He done a fantastic job there. Who we got having a birthday today?
Let's see. I got to put on these here spectacles to see. Oh, Joey Hyatt's got a birthday today.
Oh.
He's like 40-something. He's 40 still young. Yeah. We're going to have to boost him up a little bit. Ted Burton got a birthday. Bill Fortenberry. Russell Keene had a birthday Saturday. Whoa. Man, he tried to hide that from us. Let's see. Amber Clay turned 4 years old yesterday. Noah Carter, 10 years old today. This is just my luck. Jim and Sheila. I didn't even write down your last name. Scroll back up, see if we can't find Jim and Sheila. They're celebrating 52 years today. I've got Kenneth and Marcia Murray celebrating 50 years over the weekend. But, golly.
No telling where it is, Odie. It's
see if we got a new one that filled in for us. No, I am so sorry. Jim and Sheila, they celebrated 52 years, and I forgot to put your last name down.
I saw it, but I don't know where it was.
Only me.
Well,
this is something else.
It's what it is there. I want to show you this accident that we've got out on I-20 there as emergency officials are on scene. This is around mile marker 168 is what we have there. It's taking out the guardrail there. Whoops.
Yeah.
It's wet. Y'all be careful is the best that we can tell you there as everybody tries to do cleanup on all of this. It's going to be more. We'd like to tell you this is it, but unfortunately that's not the way it's going to be.
Look at Colton Avera, turns 11 today.
Happy birthday.
Y'all help me out with Jim and Sheila. I messed that up, and I feel so bad.
But
we'll make that up. We promise.
Right, you got to.
Well, let's see. Let's go back to this and see. Daniel? Okay. Jim and Sheila Daniel. 52 years wedding bliss. Happy anniversary. All right, what did the good Lord bring us today? Luke 18. I tell you that this man, rather than the other, went home justified before God. For all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. And it tells us over and over again in the Bible that there's only one way to heaven and everlasting life, and that is through Jesus Christ. There's no other way. We don't know when he's coming, but there's signs telling us that we are now closer than what we used to think we were. Revelations, we'll read it, keep up with it, because some of it will scare you. Make yourself repent to the Lord every day. Y'all have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourself. Be careful out there. Be safe because of this rain. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm sure you'll see this one, Chasing Crime, somewhere in Meridian. But until then, remember we love you and have a great day.